What seems to be really good about this in the first place, you're not being antagonistic, you're not being controversial, you're just trying to say, look, guys, we've got to meet in the middle on this in some sort of mutual respect. It's not that every woke thing is wrong or that every anti-woke statement is right. You're trying to find a practical solution.
I think that's exactly right. Thank you for saying that. But Oliver Dowden, and on the other side, you've got all sorts of activists and various things. And in the middle, there's this huge group of people. This side are being told, I don't care, I'm going to be insensitive, I don't care what, it doesn't matter. Statues, pull them, oh, that's our history. Well, it's not our history, actually, there's a debate about statues. Let's have that debate. On the other side, there's the thing that the minute people say something that they may not intend to be offensive, it may be thoughtless. I mean, that's how we learn, isn't it? We make mistakes.
Education, I agree, there is this whole vocabulary that I'm even quite frightened to say the words that we thought were OK that you cannot now say because they're deemed to be offensive somewhere or other. But education, the way is not to cancel, surely. The way is to say, no, actually, here's why that's not acceptable.
I think that's right. I like to think of behaviour and language in terms of broadly three categories. There's careless, thoughtless and malicious. Careless, I did this thing the other day and I said something about, the great British snack, the bacon sandwich, and a guy in a yarmulke put his hand up in the front row and said, not for me.
Yeah.
And that was great. He was sending me up and that was all fine. Malicious, we know what that's about. That's when people deliberately set out to offend. The problem is this stuff in the middle, is where it's all ambiguous. We don't know. We're human beings. I can't know how you see the world, how you experience the world, how you feel the world. If anybody's ever been in a relationship, don't you wake up sometimes in the morning and think, I have no idea who you are as you look at your partner. And other days when you wake up and you think, I know exactly who you are. But so this thoughtless bit in the middle, that's when there's a gap between our intention and the effect of the remark. And the danger is to leap on that and move it into the malicious. So I think what we need to do is think carefully about how we treat each other, absolutely, and we need to hear each other's upset or offence or whatever. But we need to realise that's going to happen. And we learn through our mistakes. We learn through dialogue and discussion and finding solutions.
I absolutely agree with you. I would love to tell you words that I've used over the years that I didn't know were in any way, and it wasn't thoughtless. It just was, in my language, that means something. Someone else, it means something else. So the education thing's very important, but the cancel thing, that's pernicious and malicious.
Yeah.
I think the danger of it is that's right, is that once you've moved people into this malicious section, if I can use my tripartite division, once you've imputed a motive to people, what you're then doing is you're cutting off dialogue. So, for instance, if what you say is that there is simply an uncontrovertible, an unbridgeable gap between black people and white people, then what you say to me and my husband is, actually, I, white person, am stuck in the oppression category. He, black person, stuck in victim category. No, actually, what we have is a constant dialogue, don't we? And that's how you have it in relationships. And the book is about work, really, and it's about the fact that, you don't need to agree with people. And what you need to be able to do is to collaborate with them and get on with them. And the way we do that, as in any marriage or relationship, is through our differences. It's our differences that bring the richness of our stories. And so when, trans activists say what they say, or Oliver Dowden says what he says, actually what I'm trying to do is to create the space, I call them spaces that are safe for disagreement, not from disagreement.
I think